10 Unbreakable T20 World Cup records of all time. Number 10. Mohammad Rizwan. Most T20I runs by a batter in a calendar year 1-3-6. Mohammad Rizwan has emerged as one of the most reliable batters in T20s as he has scored 1,662 runs in 56 matches, averaging an astonishing 50.36 for the men in green. The wicket-keeper batter had a sensational 2021 as he blazed 1,326 runs in 29 T20s, the most runs ever by a batter in a calendar year. With the increasing emphasis on short and impactful cameos, it's highly unlikely to see Rizwan's record being surpassed anytime soon. Number 9. Biggest margin of victory in a World Cup match, 172 runs. Sri Lanka batted first in the game as Mahela Jayawardene's side finished with 260 runs on the board, the highest total in T20s at the time, on the back of scintillating knocks from Sanath Jayasuriya, the skipper himself, and Jahan Mubarak, who scored 46 off just 13 deliveries. Kenya, in their reply, never threatened to even get close to the Asian side's mammoth total and were eventually bowled out for a meager 88 runs, handing Sri Lanka a victory by 172 runs. Number 8. Highest score by a batter in a T20I match, Aaron Finch 172. Finch is the 5th highest run getter in T20s and has played for the team in a number of positions, but he has been the most prolific at opening the innings for the Aussies. The explosive opener recorded the highest score by a batter in a T20I match when he scored an inexplicable 172 runs off just 76 deliveries against Zimbabwe in July 2018. His record innings is the longest in terms of deliveries faced and consisted of 16 fours, the most by a batter in a T20I innings. Number 7. Most consecutive matches without a duck, David Miller 103. South Africa's David Miller is one of the most deadly finishers in white ball cricket and is renowned for his lethal power hitting abilities. The Protean has so far featured for the national team in 103 T20s, scoring 1912 runs at a healthy strike rate of 141.73. Number 6. Most maidens in an innings by a bowler in a T20I. Saad bin Zafar in the 20th match of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Americas Region Qualifier in 2021. Canada took on Minnows Panama and broke records after records by absolutely annihilating their opposition. Number 5. Most runs scored in a T20I, India vs West Indies for 8-9. India and West Indies, two cricketing powerhouses, sent a full house crowd at Lauderhill, Florida, into a frenzy and a high-scoring thriller in 2016. The Caribbean Islanders batted first in the opening T20I of the series and put the Indian bowlers to the sword by posting a mammoth total of 245 runs. In their 20 overs, the match felt like a mere formality at the halfway mark, but the Indian team came out all guns blazing and matched the Caribbean team toe-to-toe and only fell at the last hurdle as they lost their mercurial skipper, MS Dhoni, on the last ball of the match to be defeated by just 1 run. Number 4. Highest partnership in a T20I, 236 runs, Hazratullah Zazai and Usman Ghani. The opening batters slew the Irish bowlers to all corners of the ground with an astonishing first wicket stand of 236 runs in 105 deliveries. Hazratullah Zazai was the tormentor-in-chief during that partnership for Afghanistan as he recorded a sensational unbeaten 162 runs off just 62 deliveries, including 16 sixes, the most by any batter in a T20I innings. Afghanistan finished with a mind-boggling total of 278 runs in their 20 overs, the highest score by a team in T20s to date. While several records were shattered on the day, the partnership of 236 runs between the opening pair seems almost impossible to break. Number 3. Most consecutive victories in T20 is 12.
Afghanistan was the first team to set the record for the most consecutive wins as they won 12 games on the trot from February 2018 to September 2019. Later, the associate nation Romania equaled that record by winning the same number of matches in a row from October 2020 to September 2021.
Number 2. Fastest to 100 wickets in T20 is Rashid Khan. Rashid became the fastest to 100 wickets in a group stage match against Pakistan during the 2021 T20 World Cup, breaching the 3-figure mark in just 53 games, taking 23 games less than Lasith Malinga, who is the next best. With the advent of power-hitting batting these days, the Afghans' record seems almost unbreakable. Number 1. Default text. India's batting jewel Yuvraj Singh showcased his brutal power-hitting abilities in the 2007 T20 WC match against England, registering a half-century in mere 12 deliveries, a record that still holds after almost 15 years to the day. Yuvraj sent shockwaves around the cricketing world as he hit broad for 6 consecutive sixes in an over, joining Herschel Gibbs as the only player to hit 6 maximums in an over in international cricket back then. The Indian icon's blitz meant that he registered his half-century in just 12 deliveries, a world record no one has been able to match or break to date.